Good morning, all. Getting a semi-late start. It's almost 11 o'clock. Thanks to Hellmouth. He posted a pic of his graveyard last night. He finally got the lighting I gave him put up, and I wanted to see the actual vlog. So I delayed opening up build day 20 so I could watch his vlog. Just out in the front steps. Sue Ann's been out here for a while now, delivering jars and bottles and doing a lot of her glassware through everything. Weather-wise, we got some clouds, but I don't know if you can see it up there. Yeah, I think you can. A little bit of blue sky there, and we got a big chunk of blue sky there. Still overcast, but all the clouds are wind-torn. We got some blue skies. The grounds are drying out. So we're going to get going out here. I got to get the blow-ups plugged in. Got to get the truck moved. Got to get the flags up yet. Then I think someone shut that door on me. That door was open. Who shut that door?
I did.
Oh, she shut that door.
Because I don't want people seeing into my closet.
Hold on here. We got to check this out. We got to check this. Is it any worse than seeing into your attic? Oh. Anyway, yeah, no, Sue Ann is at a quandary. She has a big bag of miscellaneous jewelry that she uses for some of the prop dummies in the haunt, plus a huge bag of worms and spiders and roaches and stuff that she uses as well. We haven't been able to find either of them. She can't figure out what the hell she did with it. We've been through every frickin' tub except for the electrical stuff, and they wouldn't have been in there. She gets that stuff out of the haunt, you know, prior to me tearing down. So she's running around the house digging through everything trying to find them. But today's big flock of birds just flew up. Sparrows. Looked like a big nest of flies. But anyway, today's docket, we gotta get the water room, blacklight room, the sewer room, the toxic room, whatever you want to call it, done today. That is the major product for today. But since the weather's nice, I'm going to be able to get over to the Gypsy display. I'm going to start out over there, and we gotta get the plywood up and for the bookcase and get the bookcase permanently mounted, as well as get that chandelier up into place so you can see where I'm going to put it, because I haven't been telling you where I was going to put it. We also got some maintenance on the water wall fountain we need to do today too, so we can finish getting that together. So I'm going to get things turned on, and let's get the vlog going. Boom! Okay, first project of the day done. Got a sheet of plywood hanging up there, and the wife can do some creepy cloth or something up there, and she'll vine it up or creepy cloth or something off the edge of the plywood, or hang something. And the bookcase is mounted to the wall. Putting that plywood up there also acts as a shim for that wall or brace. So that'll work. Now on to the chandelier. Well, got the chandelier hung. And as you can tell from my backdrop, we're in the mausoleum. So there's the chandelier. Now I am thinking of making some sort of shroud to go up here to help protect it. This landscaping fabric is porous so water can come through, and I really don't want water getting down in here and shorting things out. So I might make a big circular shroud to go up there to help protect the light a little bit. Have to see what I got left over for scrap and plywood on that one though. Okay, now that those two projects are done, it's back to the water room, and we got lots of little things in that water room to do. I think we're going to hit the shop first and get the repair done on the water portion of the water wall. In the shop, the Dragon's Lair workshop, and we're working on this. This is my repair. This is the fountain for the water wall. It goes over the circle in the wall and squirts out water with some misters there. Now last year when we got this started, plugged it in and had it working, it was shooting out a nice mist of water, which is what I wanted. and halfway through our run, it turned into a drip instead of the mist. And what I didn't know was that there, the cap, there's one on each end, and you can see there, this one's starting to fail, starting to push out. The other one failed altogether and came out. And what I'd done is I had taken that cap, put a bunch of silicone around there, and just put it in there and let it dry. There was so much pressure inside the pipe, it blew it out. So I need to replace that cap, and then I need to attach the cap a little more permanently to the piping, so it doesn't have that problem again. That's one fix, which I'm going to work on now, and then I will discuss the other fix I need to do to it here in just a bit. Alright, we got the caps on. I took the other one off that was still attached, siliconed it back on, and then I ran 4 screws through and then ground them down on the outside. I'm hoping that will help hold the caps in. So we're going to have to wait and see on that one. Now my next fix I need to do on this is with the new pump, and I mentioned the pressure and everything, these tabs, probably back to about here, or maybe about there, really shoot out with so much force it comes out as a fan. And with the way the water wall is sitting and everything, both ends will shoot out of the ponds. So in effect, this will drain the ponds because the water won't fall back into the ponds. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut out some flanges out of some 1/8 inch veneer, or Luan as the popular term is, but it is a veneer, and to stick out a ways to help block the water. The water will hit the flange and then drip back into the ponds instead of shooting out of the ponds. So I've got to get 2 pieces cut to fit, and then we'll install them when we go to install this in the water wall. Okay, I got the flanges in. Just use some of that 1/8 inch Luan. Cut a hole in and give it a little bit of shape. Now I'm made the hole fairly tight, so these went on fairly tight. But I'm using some clear silicone on both sides to hold it on, and that should allow the water to hit it and drip off. Hopefully. I also got the hose attached that goes down to the pump. So this is ready to install now. I think I'm going to go in and grab some brunch, breakfast and lunch combined. So brunch. So we'll go do that, and then we'll come back out and we'll get this installed and get most of the pieces for the water wall put together. Okay, I'm running out of energy. Went down to have a quickie lunch, maybe 20-30 minutes at the most, and I was down there for an hour and a half. Sat down, ate lunch, didn't want to move. Now the wife's been out here having some fun. She's been doing some burlap and vinage and what have you in here. Just doing a little bit of decorating. It's looking better. Now my project out here for right now is I've got a series of pipes. The fountain one, which we just repaired, goes up there. I've got to get them put in. So that's what we're going to start on now. But I need to make an alteration, something I've been meaning to do. The hose for the fountain goes through here, drops down the wall onto the pump. And the problem I'm having currently is when I have the pipe up here, I can tilt it just a little bit, angle the jets out just a little bit because it binds up in the hole. So I'm going to cut a larger hole there. That will free me some room up so I can tilt the fountain itself more, so the water's going straight down instead of out. I want more of a sheet going down in front of here than an arc of water coming off. So we're going to give that a try and cut a little bit bigger hole and mount the fountain and see where I get from there. Oh hey, another prop done for the most part. You notice the fan blade's just sitting there in the bottom, and as I mentioned yesterday, until I get the motor for it attached, I can't mount it. So it's in its spot, but we're going to have some fun once we get the pump on there, testing the fountain. Right now I think it should be okay. I can tilt it a little bit more if need be, but the water wall is in. Next chore now is to finish my bases. I need to get my measurements off of those and then cut a sheet of ply. In fact, I'm going to use some of that Luan, and we'll put a sheet of Luan on it, and we're going to put some screening on the bases, and then we'll go from there, see where things take us. Hey, I got one thing left to do in here for today, and that's the fencing. I gotta get all this stuff into place, which is a chore in itself, but we got the ornamentation for the water blasters in, that guy there, and that one over there, and the water blaster kind of goes down by the feet, so it's going to be interesting. But now we're on to fencing. We're almost there. We'll have this done today. Progress made. Fence panels are in, and I'm hoping I'll be okay here. People won't try to shimmy through. I don't think they will. A little kid might be able to get into that gap there. I know it's getting dark. Getting dark earlier these days. But this really defines the maze through here, getting those fence panels up. I still need to finish making the attachment here yet. And then this one's getting a zip tie, so that'll be our access into the ponds. So far over the years, we've done the zip tie, you know, on one fence panel on each pond, and we've never had anybody mess with it. So, but then again, we patrol pretty regularly. Well, my first chore now is that there. I broke a drill bit, and that's my Phillips head bit. So I've got to go get a new one. Hey, I'm as far as I can technically go in the water room at this time. I need to get the electrical and the black lights and the sound and all that in, and that's the next phase, and that's doing it through the full haunt. For right now though, all the decorations on my end are done. We've got, and you can't see it worth a shit because it's dark. Oh, so we'll go over here. We'll move Mr. Bright here. A bright white light. We'll clamp him there. That should light it up enough. But we got the, it's still dark, but you can see the glow of the light. Okay, come on, we're gonna redo this. We're gonna get you some light. You're gonna see this whether you want to or not. There you go. Now that should work. There we go. Take two. And it's still a little dark, but at least you can see. But we got the light. We got the water wall all put together except for the fan blade, and that goes in with the motor. Some rope here along the fence. That's cut off of the off the net that we got from Jim. Some skulls. We've even got some stuff in the ponds that'll float around once we get water in them. Got this one all done up pretty much the same way. More rope going down the fence. But we're pretty much as far as we can go. I'm going to move the light with me, provided I don't get hooked on the fence. And I'm getting hooked on the fence. Alright, there we go. We got zombie bait in his bucket. And more stuff. I don't know what it is, but it looks like it's coming out black and white for some reason on my monitor screen. It should all be in color. I'm gonna have to check settings on this camera. This camera is old. In fact, I'm surprised it still works anymore. But we're as far as we can go pretty much out here tonight. I need to do a little cleanup, put a couple things away and whatever, and then we'll go from there. End of the day wrap up. A wet end of the day wrap up. We've had broken clouds and blue sky off and on all day today. About 5:30 or so, right before dinner, clouds locked in and it started sprinkling. Downpoured all the way through dinner, and now it's just kind of, it's raining. Not really a sprinkle, but it's not really a rain either. It's kind of in between. So it's kind of wet. Which kind of screws me in a way, because at this point I should be doing bracing. I was planning on doing bracing tonight. So I wouldn't have to do it tomorrow. Not going to happen. Not going to do bracing in the wet. Thank you. Might do it in the wet during the day if it's just drizzling like this, but not at night. All the displays on my end are finished, barring the normal audio and wiring and that sort of thing. So that leaves us with bracing and running the audio and the electrical. Audio and electrical are going to be broken up into several different phases. First phase, which is a semi-quickie one, is we got to get the power box out for the low voltage, get that here. And we've got to get the power pole in, or installed and plugged in. And then we got bracing to do. Oh, and I gotta get all the trunk lines in, and get everything wired back to the power pole for the AC. That's part one. Part two is involving the AC only, and that's regular current like you get out of your wall outlet, for those that don't know what AC is. We're gonna go through and we'll wire up anything that takes 110. It will all get wired up to its appropriate trunk line and everything, so it's all ready to go. Connections will be wrapped, what have you. And then we've got the low voltage stuff, which is all the lighting, the windshield wiper motors, the Scooby-Boo boxes. Probably about 75%, 80% of the haunt. It's a lot of work. So, we've got all that to do. I've also got, I think, 6 or 7 tubs downstairs in the basement still with all my electrical stuff in it. All needs to be brought up here. We need to kind of go through it. There's some LED candles that need to get dispersed into displays. There's the pumps for the fountains that need to get dispersed into displays or into the water room. The black lights for the water room, and a lot of that type of stuff before I can even start doing the AC wiring that needs to get put in. So it's a choreographed dance getting all that put in. That may start tomorrow. Now I'm saying may because I've been thinking about calling a rain day. I've got some other projects. I've got the ceramic skulls, the ceramic gargoyles, the Scooby-Boo boxes, and 1 or 2 other little things that I need to take a day out just to sit down and wire and paint and what have you and get done so I can get them installed out here in the haunt. I'm supposed to have been doing it in the evening, but by the time I'm done editing and everything, I have just been so burned out, I haven't been working on it. And if I took a day off from setting up the haunt, I could work on it and get that stuff done. I'm going to have to call a day off at some point between now and the time we open, just to take care of that stuff, to get it done and out of the way, because especially the Scooby-Boo boards. Tim Thompson sent them to me in a cardboard box. They're still sitting in their cardboard boxes, and they need to be in containers. I can't put them out in the haunt in a cardboard box. And it's not a very long process. Take a half an afternoon to get them put into their Tupperware containers with all the connectors and everything. But, it's that type of stuff that needs to get done. I need to take a day off. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to wait and see what the weather is doing tomorrow morning. If it's rainy out like it is right now, I'm going to call a rain day and I will work on that stuff. If it's not that bad out here, I will be out here doing bracing and getting the start of the AC portion of the haunt done. So we're going to have to wait and see. See what Mother Nature's going to give us. The storm front is supposed to be on its way out of here. We're supposed to have some nice weather next week, so perfect for doing all the electrical. At least getting that ran. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at right now. Swan's been out here a little bit each day doing knickknacks and what have you. She's starting to run out of things to do. She's waiting on me to get in and get the electrical and stuff done so she can hop back in and do her fine tuning. So it's kind of like a wait and see game right now. So we are getting there though, slowly but surely. So with that, stay spooky, stay toxic.